Good evening, ladies and gentle paedophile. Oh no. That's called everyone a paedophile. Oh, sorry guys. If you are a paedophile, then that does go for you as well. But if you're not, then yeah, I'm really sorry. But maybe one day you will be a paedophile. Welcome back to DRL seasons. I don't know. Round number 10 though, I can tell you that. And today we are in Hungary, the Hungary ring. Yeah, 12 drives on the grid, so pretty minimal effort is going into this from me. Yeah, I don't really care what happens. And I've got no game volume either, so that's a bit annoying. But yeah, I hope everyone's having a good day. As we all know, we love Mondays. Where's my... Let me hear the cargo vroom. There goes the vroom. Yeah, obviously guys, no one likes Mondays, but everyone does like them because... well, I like it today because today was my last day of the set. So I'm off Tuesday and Wednesday. So, you know, if you want to talk to me for the next couple of days, I'm free to talk. I won't reply to you, but you can still message me. I just probably won't reply. As you can tell, the commentary really has gone downhill. The last few weeks have been pretty shambolic. And let's be honest, it was never very good to start with, but yeah, the last couple of weeks have really just dipped to a whole new low. I'm not even looking at the chat. Is there anything in the chat? Oh my golly gosh, is that Project BT? Hi Tom. After that win from Sion 2, I lost. The fuck was that? What? Honestly, that message makes no sense. Brain core, just doing brain core things, I suppose. So, shout out to Jihadi Jensen in the chat, by the way, the man who left the league, but is still here supporting the stream because he loves it. Good to see that I am his favourite streamer. Not many people would say that about me. Just a couple of shout outs I need to give before we get into the grid run awards today. True Copper asked for one because he is apparently the new face of DRL. Although I'm not too sure how true that is. I've never seen anything close to that. Shout out to Skills' Greek cousin. Oh yeah, spank me daddy. Hope you're doing well, mate. And if you're watching from Greece, yeah, just have a good one, mate. I hope it's a fun stream for you. And shout out Beth, who completed her first week of training. Her only week of training. But she completed it nonetheless, and she is now a qualified 111 call handler. So if you call 111 and receive bad advice, it was probably Beth. Now let's talk grid order. Let's talk who is here today and who is not. So, one huge miss on the grid. Petey Taplin, who is allegedly losing his virginity tonight. So fingers crossed for you, Pete, mate. Remember, the balls don't go in as well, just your little penis. So shove it in, then withdraw. Shove it in, withdraw. And then just do that for like 4 pumps. And yeah, there you go. That is your virginity lost. So everyone, big round of applause for Pete in the chat, if he can lose virginity. Good luck, Petey, there from Beth L2. Good to see. So, the drivers we have today. Salt Baytay, currently on provisional pole, although we know he's not getting pole because Salt Baytay is not very good at driving. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, in his Aston Martin, obviously missing his teammate Petey Taplin. Chetty 2511, still no Tony Toescheck accompanying him. Not too sure what has happened to Tony. Hopefully he is back soon because I miss Tony more than I miss Bray Wyatt, and that is saying a lot because I do miss that guy. Freeman in the Red Bull, accompanied by his teammate Smoking Cheese. The Red Bull duo ready to cause some absolute carnage, and this is my cue. Give a... Seems like Pete finally got over Bethy. This is my cue to give Smoking Cheese cheeky little shout out. So yeah, we love you, Smoking Cheese, and keep smoking that cheese as I say that. And he's picked up a 5-place grid penalty for illegal blocking, so not great from him. Yeah, Freeman, we spoke about Brian Core, the man who almost just binned it into the pit lane. yeah, Brian Core exists, to be honest. The man who spells terrorism. You know, Brian Core is, yeah. Go Brian Core. That's all I know about Brian Core, to be honest. I don't know what his name is. Is it Bray? Is it Core? Is it? There's no way his birth name is Brian Core. That's ridiculous. True Copper R6 on the grid tonight. The face of DRL, as self-proclaimed, really. Not sure where he got that from. And he is driving like a driver right now. Hopefully not too much pressure on him. In fact, you know what we're going to do? We're going to stay on board with True Copper throughout this lap. And just see what it's like to drive really fast around the Hungary ring. And through the left-hander up the hill quite nicely, through the long right, just getting all out of shape. Doesn't really know what he's doing, to be honest. Do you remember the days where if you touch that inside curb, you were going to Narnia, mate? And bloody hell, it's like he's trying to take as much curb as he can through that chicane. Not what I would advise. And I don't know much about racing, but I did always like this track. And from watching True Copper, this is absolutely abysmal. What the fuck is he doing? Completely misses the apex, turns in far too early, and through sector 2 he goes. It's a 55, 5, 5, 9. And I tell you what, if you're watching this lap and trying to get tips from it, don't, because this is just truly horrific from True Copper. Yeah, I'd be surprised if he breaks the top 8 with this lap. But let's see here. As he rounds the final corner, just looks like he's not even driving, really. What's it going to be? Yeah, no surprise. P10, absolutely abysmal from True Copper. Hopefully we do see better from him. Red Brazil, my favourite driver on the grid, just emerging from the pit lane now. Hopefully we see a Red Brazil win today. Love you, Red Brazil, mate. Keep doing what you're doing. So, Brian Core, yeah. McSmashley, back on the grid. Don't think we saw him last week. I don't remember him. I think maybe he was there, because maybe he served a quali ban last week. I'm not too sure. But anyway, he's here tonight, and that's what we love to see. Hopefully, a McSmashley podium on the way. DK, making only his second appearance of the season. This man is quick. Bit inconsistent, but when he pulls it out, he really pulls it out. So I'm looking forward to seeing what DK can bring to the party tonight. Critical Skills in P4, the man who apparently did all the legwork for Pete's date tonight. So shout out to Critical Skills for securing PT Taplin his first ever date. Don't mess this up, because Skills put a lot of work into it. Smoky Cheese we spoke about. Sketchy Crib has decided to drive onto the grass. Very good driving, Sketchy Crib. Yeah, Championship leader, Sketchy Crib. A well-known sex man. So good to have Sketchy Crib here. He never misses a week because he keeps his sexual intercourse activities for every night other than Monday nights. So well done to Sketchy Crib. And Kizo, the man who's currently on provisional pole in the Ferrari. Where is his teammate? It's McSmashley. Kizo, a very strong qualifier, just needs to kind of learn how to put it together in the race. Only 12 drivers tonight. He prefers people with more than 8 brain cells, I've heard. That's which came from him. I don't know who Brian Core's even talking to at this point. So we are expecting, hopefully, Light Golem to show up. Not sure. Not sure. Oh, he had his crossplay turned off. I can't say that word. It's disabled crossplay and won't let me enable it. Hold Light Golem. And I think we're also expecting the Boz to show up. Where's my Fanta? Not my Fanta, guys. So, same rules apply tonight, guys. If we reach 25 viewers at once, I will be gifting a sub. If Red Brazil wins the race, I will be gifting a sub. And if normally it's if Pete wins, I gift a sub. Who else? We go McSmashley. McSmashley win. If we get a McSmashley win, then we will be gifting a sub. So, fingers crossed one of them happening, because if I gift a sub, that will be our second ever subscriber. The first being Pete using his Amazon Prime. Oh yeah, that was a good month for us. We made £2 that month. I was quite happy with that. Just on the road for that £50 payout, which Skills seems to think he has some entitlement to. And I've just read, I don't actually do much commentary during qualifying anymore. I probably should, but I just don't really have the time to this, guys. There's so many other things I need to be talking about and saying. But let's see what McSmashley's up to. Currently riding in P6, a tenth and a half up on his time. Through the uphill, fast left-hander, he absolutely nailed it. Very nice. Through the long right as well, very tidy, I must say. Clips the entry apex into the chicane, lovely on the exit as well. Using as much of the track as he can, maybe a bit too much entry curb for that right-hander, but other than that, very, very nice. Could maybe have pulled a bit further to the left on entry there, but chooses not to, and I'm going to shut up because he's 3 tenths up in his time, so not too bad for him. And if he can keep going this way, could sneak into a cheeky P3 through the penultimate corner. Comes McSmashley, fairly tidy. It looks like a fairly decent lap. What can he do now? He's going to open DRS across the line. It's going to be a 16.561, only enough for P5, but a nice tidy lap from McSmashley. Good to see from the young McSmasherson. Sketchy Crib, meanwhile, has just started his second flying lap of the session. Lightgorn has joined the session, meanwhile. Sketchy Crib through sector 1, 400ths down this time. Not the end of the one. Oh, loses the back end on the exit of the fast left, and that may have cost him a bit of time. We'll have to wait and see for the sector 2 split. His car was stepping out all over the place, did not want to stabilise, just like Brad Lowry in the hospital. Sketchy Crib, meanwhile, 2.5 hundredths down his time. Could still improve, but it's going to take a monster third sector if he wants to somehow sneak provisional pole. 3.5 tenths down currently as it is. Through the penultimate corner, through the final corner. He's driving as fast as he can, steering to the right, straightening up. DRS open across the line. Improves by 3 thousandths of a second. Great lap from Sketchy Crib. Smoking Cheese, a tenth and a half up through sector 1. He is carrying a lot of speed into that chicane. He wants it badly. He wants this provisional pole. He needs it in his life, just like he needs my commentary. Sector 2, now, here he goes. Again, people getting a bit too excited, coming into that right-hander, turning a bit too early, but apparently he's still 2.5 tenths up on his time. Not quite sure how he did that. He could have been about 4 tenths up if he didn't make that mistake. But on we go with Smoking Cheese. Probably not going to be enough for provisional pole, but can it be enough for the first row of the grid? Albeit only P2. DRS open across the line. It's going to be a 16.053. Not quite enough to dislodge the sketchiest of cribs from P2. Who else is out and about? DK just starting his flying up to the session, framing across the line, proves by 2 tenths, but does not get him any positions. Pardon me. I think, yeah, DK has just started a lap. So, DK Dickerson, what can he do? Yep, good driving if you ask me. Through turn, is that 1, 2, is that turn 3? I don't know, doesn't matter. Nearly 2 tenths up on his time. Sorry, I've lost my train of thought completely. He went so far wide there that it's really boggled me. Anyway, he was 2 tenths up on his time, but really struggled on the exit of that fast left. Almost track extended that to really slow his car down, a bit more than he would have liked, just to keep the lap valid for now. So he may have lost those couple of attempts he actually gained through sector 1. We'll have to see through the sector 2 split now. Yes, he did lose a bit of time, but he's still 500ths up in his time. But it's going to need a few attempts if he wants to try and jump McSmashley for P5. I think DK will be disappointed in this lap. He knows he can do better than this. It was a pretty big mistake at the start of sector 2. Now through the final corner he comes, slowly picking up the pace across the line. 16.565, nearly a 3 tenth improvement, just 4 thousandths shy of McSmasherson. So he will have to settle for P6 for now. Kizo, I believe, is pushing on another lap, but he was down in his time through sector 1. 10th and a half down. Can he improve through sector 2? And if he doesn't, will he abort? He did improve slightly on the sector 1, just by a tenth, so he's now only 500ths down in his time. Loses it a bit on the exit curve, that's the correct. But through the penultimate corner, trying to get as close to the curb as he can, aborts the lap, decides to not complete it, just so he can have one final run left in this session. DK, as we know, is on a cooldown lap. Chetty did just improve, 4 tenth improvement, which I think jumped him up into P8, so good luck from him. True Copper, meanwhile, what is he up to? Has he learned how to drive this track a bit better? Surely he has. As Lycon jumps up into P2 with his opening lap of the session. So decent little lap from Lycon, but not fast enough for pole position yet. Has he got another lap in him? I do not know. Through the Sector 2 split comes True Copper. He is all over the place, by the way, but it's a 7/10th improvement. And that will be currently challenging for P10 if he can keep this momentum going. Through the penultimate corner, does he choose to finish his lap or will he pit? To be honest, there's no point pitting. He will not have time to get back out yet again. So through the final corner, nice and wide on entry, tries to sweep back in, hit the apex and across the line. It's 16.812. Just kind of saves himself a bit up into P8. DK retires from the session. Lycon retires from the session, so it will be P2 at best for Lycon. No pole position, which he is normally so fond of. Not sure what Cheese is doing, to be honest. The fuck did I just watch? So Cheese has a 5-place grid penalty, so not great for him. Out on the track at the moment, we have Kizo, Sketchy Crib and Critical Skills all finishing their outlaps. And speaking of finishing, here he is, Critical Skills, the man, the myth, the legend, looking to start his final flyer of the session. What has he got in store for us? Has he set Pete up with a fat bird? I don't know. I wonder if Pete will show us a picture of her later on. What? I don't know. Apparently. Cutie patootie, if you ask me. So, through turn 1, 2, 3 and 4 goes Critical Skills. Up the hill, through the first sector split, 200ths up in his time. Not bad, but not amazing, says I. Can he find some more time in sector 2? He needs it if he wants to challenge those front 4. Because currently 4 attempts further back from Sketchy Crib in P4. And nearly about 8 attempts behind Kizo in P1. Sketchy Crib, meanwhile, has just started his lap. So, we'll keep an eye on him. See what he is up to. True Copper retires from the session. No further improvement from him. Critical Skills, nearly 2 attempts up in his time. He needs even more time if he wants P4 that badly though. Sketchy Crib, meanwhile, 1200ths up on his time. Not too bad. If he can keep that same pattern going, could be challenging for pole position. But let's see what Kizo can do through the Sector 1 split. Has he got more time to find compared to his compadres? I don't know what that word means. Oh fucking hell, bit of a lag spike there. 200ths down in his time, not too bad, room for improvement, and Critical Skills improved by nearly 4 tenths but couldn't quite jump Sketchy Crib, but he will gain not 5 places, he will gain a place because of Smoking Cheese's 5-place grid penalty. So as it stands, Critical Skills will be starting P4 in the race tomorrow. Sketchy Crib looks like he is flying through this track right now. Can he drive even faster? He can, he might, he will, he does! Oh, Sketchy Crib takes provisional pole. What does Kizo have to say about it though? He needs a 900th improvement if he wants to take pole position back from Sketchy Crib. Kizo driving as fast as he can in that red Ferrari. Can't go. He does it! He does it by 2.5 tenths. Great lap. Oh, fucking hell. Ah, great lap from the Ferrari. Oh, Jesus. Sorry, I lost. That was fucking. That was bad. Oh. Well, I love you too, Dinosaur. I love you more every day. How am I? I'm great after watching that. That was something special right there. What an ending to that qualifying session. Big round of applause for Kizo, everyone. Yeah, Beth's even applauding it as well. Well done. I think Bray might need a timeout, because what the fuck is he on about half the time? I think my F1 game broke. It says it raining on track. Okay, what do your eyes say? Was it raining on track? Come on, man. Go on Cheese P1 for sure, said Jihadi Jensen, but unfortunately it was not meant to be for Cheese. Decent qualifying session from him, but just gets unlucky with the grid block with the blocking, and will have a 5-place grid penalty for the main race, which I think sends him down to, I think he was qualified P4, so I think he would be starting in P9. So yeah, really unfortunate for Smoking Cheese, but we've seen him come from the back before. He is a man with a plan, and that plan is winning the race. True Copper Is that True? I can never remember who True Copper is. Yeah, that is True Copper. True Copper claims that he got a purple middle sector. Pretty pathetic to be lying on a Twitch stream, to be honest, if you ask me. But you know, you do you, boo. So yeah, Kizo will be starting on pole position. Sketchy Crib in P2, like Gollum in P3, and there's nothing more I'd like to see than Gollum crash out. Just because, in fact, no, I'd like to see Gollum get on the podium, just because I enjoy talking to him, and yeah, he's the things he comes out with are just so ridiculous that you kind of feel bad for the kid, really. Like how, actually, I don't feel bad for him. I feel bad for his parents. They are just truly, maybe it's their fault. You know, maybe they raised him that way, and or maybe they did the best they could and they did just get unlucky. Having check my stream. Fucking. Are we really about to check his stream? I think so. I don't know. What's he even called? What are you? Oh, okay, I don't care that much then. I'm not about to check the stream for you lying. That's pretty pathetic if you ask me. Bro, you did not get a fastest lap in quali on your screen. I don't know what screen you're looking at, mate, but it's the wrong one. Are you even still in the right session? Are you in an AI lobby with 10 difficulty? Honestly, there's more chance of Beth getting pole position than you. No offence, bro. But I've seen your driving, mate. Just want to look at my hands, guys. Like, you see where it's just dry. There, it just kind of hurts, to be honest. What? I just thought there might be a doctor in the stream. So if anyone knows why my hands are so dry, and if they could fix it, that would be really good. Any more shout-outs I need to do? Like on when we shout him out, but I will not be shouting him out. Have I turned... Oh, that's my bad, guys. I turned sound alerts off. I turned sound alerts off. They're back on now. And as I turn them back on, we are greeted by a great sound alert. I won a championship in DRL, but never a pole or race win. I don't believe that you won a championship without getting a pole or a single race win. It did not happen. No one has ever won a championship in anything without winning one event.
Smoke weed every day.
Oh, fuck's sake, that was correct. Turning them back on.
Smoke weed every day.
When are we starting? I don't know, mate. I don't make the rules around here. I'm just a commentator. Do we not do formation ups anymore? Oh, we're starting right about now, apparently.
Alright, guys. I'm doing. Take on me. Now, alright. Ha pa ba ba bye. I really like this song. It sounds good in a way. I don't know what to mine. I'll mine this anyway in this Minecraft day so beautiful. Mine further down. What's that I found? Mine diamonds. Take on me. Mine diamonds. Take on me. I'll mine them. So far I've got 2 so easy to mine with my Minecraft pickaxe and shovels. Hopefully they stay in my Minecraft chests. So I'm gonna make a lock on it. Mine diamonds. Mine
Ignore
diamonds,
that, guys. The race is about to start. We've got 5 red lights. It's lights out and away we go at the Hungaro ring. Kizo looks like he's got off to a decent start, but here comes Sketchy Crib trying to slide up his inside. The naughty little rascal. Someone's at the Brancor's at the back just weaving. Not too sure what's going on there. Can Sketchy Crib take the lead into the inside line? I thought he had it, but I don't think he does. He's going to try and hold it around the outside into turn 2 maybe. No, he just hasn't got the grip. Kizo's done enough. Yellow flag. Not too sure what's happening. It's been a big pile up by looks of it. Cars are all over the place. No, guys, you're meant to stay on the track. What have you done? Light Column's in P11. Pretty sure he started in P2. Or P3 rather. Critical Skills is all the way down in last. What has happened here then, lads? I think he's still got his wing. Oh no, he's missing a front left end plate. That could be Skills' race. All over Chetty up in P4. Great start from him. Up 7 places, and we're not even through the first lap yet. Well done to Chetty indeed. Big losers through all of that. Light Golem and Critical Skills. Maybe it was Light Golem and Skills hitting one another. And Skills has come out worse off of that because not full wing to his car and down in last place. He will probably have to pit for repairs. Meanwhile, at the front, Kizo just about held on to the lead, but I think I've jinxed him. Sketchy Crib going to slide up the inside as he got the grip and traction on the exit to carry it through. Yes, he does. Gets the move done. Kizo may come back at him though. Into turn 2, down the inside he goes. Brakes very late. Sketchy Crib going to leave his car in there. Through turn 3, giving each other space. Kizo backs out. Sketchy Crib will take the lead of the Grand Prix. McSmashley though. Oh my god, what is he doing? McSmashley glides past his teammate. Cuts turn 4 in the process. But has got the position. And McSmashley, up 3 places from his start position, ends up in P2. Good overtake from McSmashley there. Saw a gap and took it. Light Golem, meanwhile, still trying to recover after that bad start on the soft tyre. True Copper. Oh no, Light Golem's beat it! No, Light Golem's out! He's out of the Grand Prix! Oh no! Yeah! I mean, no! Oh, what a shame! Light Golem's out. Safety car is out. You up? Up? Loud? Oh, yeah, no, he went out. Safety car is out. That is saved. Skillsy Willsy. What a shame. Light Golem span, which took about 3 of us out. So Kizo pitting off the hard tyres. McSmashley, who's on softs, has not taken the opportunity to pit. Not sure if I agree with that call. And Sketchy Crib on the mediums has also decided to stay out. Chetty on the soft stays out. Brian Core on the soft stays out. Salt Bay Tail on the medium stays out. Everyone else into the pit lane. Skills, who is on a fresh set of hards. I'm not too sure if he will pit. Obviously, he will be last, regardless of what he does. Critical Skills hits us with the Karma. And Beth hits us with the Pentuple L. I don't know if that's a word or if I've just made it up. But la 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 la. To Light Golem, who has been very quiet in the stream tonight. Can't wait to see what excuse he pulls out. In fact, let's go have a look at the Discord, see what stupid excuse he's come out with. What? No one supported you, you virgin. What do you mean returned it? Wasn't he here last week? He was here last week. What do you mean return debut? God, I hate this kid I hate this kid more every day. So, safety car is out. Critical Skills, by the way, decided not to pit on those hard tyres, which, you know, I don't really blame him. Not too sure if I agree with Brian Core, Chetty and McSmashley staying out on this soft compound. They will not have much life left in them for, like, in a few laps time, really, let's be honest. This safety car is probably giving Cheese a chance to replenish some of the fuel after probably starting about 6 laps down on fuel based on recent races. He may have learned his lesson, only under fuel by about 3 laps. But yeah, hopefully we don't see half the grid running out of fuel on the penultimate lap this time around. So safety cars get to stay out for another lap. The field led by the Sketchy Crib 3547 in his Williams car. Still without his teammate of WRD Karma, who is currently being investigated for being a nonce and for dangerous driving as well. The nonce bit is real life, the dangerous driving was F1 related. So don't worry guys, you haven't done anything bad in real life, just been noncing. Yeah, don't really know what I can talk about at this point, because
Maybe if Light Golem focused on racing instead of getting rejected by Yao Ming lookalikes, he might not have less points than Pete.
No way, just call him Yao Ming lookalikes, for fuck's sake. Oh god. I'm not getting involved in that. Why do you look so confused? Okay. You have to Google him. I'm not going to put up a picture of Yao Ming, but I'll tell you guys, first of all, he's male, and second of all, I wouldn't say he's pretty to look at. It is boiling in here, by the way, guys. I am absolutely sweating. It is crazy how much temperature there is in this room. So yeah, just pray for me, please, because I might not make it to the end of the race. Safety car's coming in this lap, by the way. So it'll give me something to actually commentate over. Will McSmashley do something stupid into turn 1? You've got to think Sketchy Crib must be absolutely pissing himself. Just in absolute terror of what McSmashley might do. Now, on the next safety car, I'm actually going to give a tip on how to warm your tyres without getting tyre wear. But for now, I'll have to wait because I'm about to commentate this restart. Sketchy Crib leaving it very, very late and goes just before the entry of the final corner. McSmashley does a decent enough job of staying with him. Chetty, meanwhile, did not see it coming at all. And to him, this is like the Philip Schofield saga all over again. An absolute shock to us all. He had a look down the inside of Sketchy Crib and didn't make the move stick, unfortunately. Was probably a bit too far back. Sketchy Crib left the room, but just eased away using his superior traction and tyre grip. Sorbet and Kizo getting very close to one another. Sorbet almost got the move done on Brian Court, but not quite on this occasion. Brian Court looks like he's struggling for tyres already at this point. And Kizo already getting stuck behind these two. You just see how slow they are compared to the top three. And yeah, look at that. Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, Brian Court just so slow. Kizo almost had to go for the move on Sorbet just because of how slow Brian Court was going. But he backed out, thought better of it. Realised that going too wide through that kind of corner was never going to end well. Although he might have a look down here into the Sector 3 split. Has a look down the inside. Sends it. Gets the move done. Fair, respectable move from Kizo. And now he most likely will get this next move done. Down the pit straight. Brazil and Smoky Cheese trading places meanwhile. And Smoky Cheese will get the position done. Yellow flag. It's Freeman having shenanigans. Kizo easily gets the move done. Although Brian Court going to come back at him. Down into turn 1, down the inside. Kizo going to try a break later around the outside. Clips Brian Court's front left tyre. But all is fair in love and war, says Jesus Christ. And oh, Brian Court's been tagged from behind by Sorbet. And Sorbet with possibly absolutely no shame at all there from... What is he doing? What the fuck is going on here? Oh, you knew that wasn't going to end well. Oh, you just knew that wasn't going to end well. Oh, I don't believe it. I do believe it, because I knew it was going to happen. But what on earth was Sorbet doing there into turn 2? He just hits into the back of Brian Court, puts him offline, completes the move, which, by the way, was completely dodgy, because you can't just hit someone off their line and then overtake them. And they just look at Sorbet was going so slow up the hill. Brian Court tried to go side by side, and to be honest, I think that's more of a racing incident the second bit, but I think Sorbet still very poor driving from him through turn 2, and unfortunately Brian Court has had to pay the consequences of that overtake attempt. And DRS has been enabled, by the way, and Sketchy Crib stretching his legs out in front, 1.5 second gap, but Kizo, almost threw up a bit in my mouth there, guys. Kizo is hunting him down ever so slyly. Maisie Ming. You proud of that one? Sorbet, I think, just hit into someone as well, by the way. Whilst I wasn't looking, I just heard a collision on my screen, so not sure what happened there. Kizo already onto the back of Chetty, but he may have to stay patient for the rest of this lap and just wait until he can get a move done, unless he fancies being a bit brave at some point in this second sector. I am really tired, guys. I apologise, that is so rude of me. And again, I'd like to reiterate, it is boiling in here, 9:30 at night, and it is as hot as me on a Monday night. No, it's fun. Yeah, Kizo may have a look into this right-hander now. Going to have the better run. Probably will send it down the inside. Will Chetty defend? No, doesn't bother defending. Kizo gets the move done into P3. And I think he is... Is he going to get in the DRS of McSmashley? I think he will. He just had better traction. He's going to gain like 3/10 through that corner alone. And that may lead to him getting the move done down the second straight, perhaps. Maybe not on this straight, but could get close towards him Although saying that, he is an absolute rocket ship down this straight. He might just go for it. McSmashley goes, I don't know if he was going defensive or trying to just let him through. Either way, Kizo outbraked himself but gets better traction on the exit, and away he goes in P2, 3.3 seconds behind Sketchy Crib on the fresher medium tyre, and we'll have to see what the lap times are like in comparison between the two. Obviously Kizo has already pit in this race. I'm not too sure what the kind of strategy these guys will be looking at. I think Kizo could probably run another set of mediums, whereas Sketchy Crib will have to run a hard tyre at some point. So something to think about. McSmashley already dropping out the DRS of Kizo. Red Brazil very close behind DK. DK, a man who normally has loads of pace, but it just seems to have evaporated for him today. As here we are on lap 8, 12 drivers left of the race after a light gone retirement. Oh bloody hell, Red Brazil almost loses it on the grass. That scared me a bit. Yeah, after a light gone retirement on about lap 3 I believe it was, it really did neutralise the race, brought Critical Skills back into it, and speaking of Critical Skills, he is actually very close behind Red Brazil. Red Brazil's going to have DRS to defend down this straight. We can get a good enough exit. Critical Skills may be in business, and speaking of business, Smoking Cheese gets the move down on Chetty way before turn 1, and away he goes, and he's looking to chase down McSmashley now. Critical Skills couldn't get close enough to Red Brazil into turn 1, but a really good exit out of turn 1 into turn 2, gets the move done down the inside, easy as you like, and Johadi Jensen is obsessed with this sound alert tonight. Hopefully it encourages him to come back. Yellow flag in sector 3 is Brian Core. Not too sure what he's done, but he's only gone and caused a safety car, our second of the race so far. And now it's a real dilemma for people. Do you just chuck on the hards and go to the end? I think that may be the optimal strategy for many, and this really has saved the soft runners. You know, McSmashley, Chetty, I would say Brian Core, but he's out of the race now, so it doesn't matter. So anyone who started on the softs and is stuck with them, this is your chance. I am sub it. I don't know what that means. I think it means stupid. Yeah, this is your chance to get off of those tyres. Sketchy Crib decides he wants off of those mediums. Kizo, meanwhile, does the opposite. Stays out. McSmashley, thank God he does pit. Cheese may try overtake here. He is going to try overtake. Cheeky little move. And McSmashley still... How have you sped into the pit lane? I just watched you drive so slowly, you even got overtaken in the pit lane, and you still managed to speed in it. What is wrong with you? Look, McSmashley, I'm your biggest fan, mate. I really am. I love it when you hit into people. But what the fuck was that? That was so bad. Anyway, I promised you guys a top tyre warming tip. So, requires no weaving whatsoever. All you're going to do, guys, and you don't need to do this until the final lap, is you just need to work your brakes. Just accelerating and braking hard, get the brakes warmed up, and in turn, because the tyres are right next to the brakes, it just heats the tyres up. So if you want to give that a go, feel free. Yeah, so just accelerate and brake over and over again. Get your brakes hot, and in turn your tyres will also heat up. Stops you from hold that on. Yeah, stops you from having to weave, which in turn stops you from adding unnecessary tyre wear. So you're welcome, guys. That is top tips with Produce BT, and I would turn that into a weekly series, but I don't really have any top tips to give because I don't race on this game. because I'm shit. Because I couldn't keep up with the safety car. Just going like the entire grid wasn't doing this since the week of release. Okay, let's see on the restart how many people weave. Already I'm seeing Freeman weaving, so... Kizo looks like he's trying to burn some fuel. Or he is tyre warming like a pro. You're welcome, Kizo. Top tips with me. I've done it yet again. Congrats to me, by the way. I am so good. Hopefully that safety car has made it so everyone's going to be fine for fuel. Even smoking cheese. God damn, this race is shit. Give us life tips instead. My life's pretty shit, so... Mods banner. The penalty for McSmash is a farce. I don't think so, mate. The game called a speeding in the pit lane. I think he sped into the pit lane. But is Beth not with us in the room today? Yeah, she's over there. She's a bit upset that you didn't follow her on Instagram. By the way, safety car is coming in this lap, and Kizo has gone very, very early. Caught DK napping, and is pulled nearly an 8/10 gap on that restart. Critical Skills was alive though, and is just 2.5 tenths behind. Sketch Crib gets the move done on Red Brazil meanwhile into turn 1. As I was saying, Critical Skills wasn't too far behind DK, but couldn't quite pull up alongside him, and Smoky Cheese also gets past Red Brazil. So nice restart from Crib and Cheese, not so much from Red Brazil though. DK struggling to hold on to the back of Kizo meanwhile, as we are down to 11 runners now. So eventually we may reach a point where if you finish, you're taking home some points for the lads, because you are not as terrible as Bray and Core and Light Golem. 1.3, 1.4, 1.5 is now the gap between Kizo and DK, as DK really seems to be struggling on those hard tyres. Maybe not enough warmth, maybe they're just that shit. Critical Skills may look to get past, but he is also on the hards. But he has been on them since about lap 2, so 10 lap old hards on Critical Skills. Sketchy Crib on a fresh set of hards meanwhile. What can he do in comparison to Skills and DK? Has he got the pace to overtake? This is not the easiest track to get overtakes done, but he's gaining ever so slightly. He may go for a lunge into turn 1. Skills may do the same on DK. Sketchy Crib's going to have a look at both of them actually into turn 1. Gets Critical Skills. Oh, what the fuck is going on? Oh my god. Oh, not too sure what happened there. Smoking Cheese meanwhile slipped through Skills and DK because of that. Somehow Skills ended up on the grass, and DK, not too sure why, who, what, where, how, but people ended up on the grass. But luckily no retirements for now, and on we go, as now Sketchy Crib, the man who was hunted, now turns into the hunter. And I've looked at this guy's BDSM results. He loves being hunted / hunter. He has a real kink for it. And speaking of BDSM, I cannot reveal to you what Critical Skills is in the bedroom, but I'll tell you, he was 100% it. It's not a word I am allowed to use on stream. McSmash actually having a look up the inside of Critical Skills, gets a really good run out of that right-hander. And meanwhile, Chetty's going to actually have a look as well. What the fuck is going on? We've got 4 cars covered by about 0.2 of a second. True Copper has a look down the inside of the penultimate corner on Chetty. Does he have the grip to make it stick? He's going to try hold it around the outside. Critical Skills taking a nice wide line, trying to get as good a run as possible. Gets hit by Chetty, and that's going to compromise his exit. And that wide line is going to be for nothing in the end for Critical Skills. But saying that, he's going to have a look. I thought he was, but Chetty brakes very late. And in the end, oh god, the Ferrari has touch. Chetty needs to be aware of Critical Skills on his outside. Chetty's Gonna try fight Critical Skills into turn 3, brakes nice and late, cuts up Skills, and Skills loses another place to True Copper. The Alpine almost gets past, but he gets run out of road. Sorbet taking another look up into the fast left-hander, gets the move done, and Skills, who was trying to challenge for about P4 last lap, is now all of a sudden down in P9. There's someone who's decided to drive off the track, and there's another person off the track. It's True Copper. What is he doing off the track now? Okay, now I think first it was Chetty who just steered off to the right, and then True Copper decided he wasn't going to break into the chicane. Whew. Jesus Christ. This is some battle going on for P4 right now. And we've got another episode coming right up. But McSmashy gets a really good exit out of there, and he's going to get the move done on the exit. I've never seen someone overtake out of that corner, so that is just superb. From McSmashley, up into P4 he goes, and DK now is going to have to try fend off the likes of Chetty, Sorbet and Critical Skills. Critical Skills actually coming back for more. He loves being shamed. He loves being slapped around the bedroom. Gets the move done on Sorbet. I think Sorbet going to try hold it around the outside. Doesn't have the traction on the exit though. And Critical Skills earns at least one place back for now. But he'll be looking for more. DK outbreaks himself into turn 3. Almost allowed Chetty to slip up the inside. Doesn't quite allow it. And DK really struggling on those tyres. He just cannot keep it on the track at the moment. And did pick up a 3-second time penalty not too long ago. Probably just because those tyres have gone off massively. Just doesn't have the grip. Not too sure why his hards are just so shot, but here we are. Critical Skills still lining up a move on Chetty if he can. But Chetty all over the back of DK, losing so much time. I mean, McSmashy's already built a 2-second gap to DK. It's only a matter of when, not if, these two get past DK. When is DK going to pit off of these hard tyres? They're clearly not working for him. So you've got to wonder, why does he not just pit? Sketchy Crib meanwhile got into the DRS window of Kizo. It's Critical Skills going to keep it down the inside of Chetty into the penultimate corner. Chetty leaves him absolutely no room, turns in on him, and Critical Skills cannot get the move done. Sorbet almost spins Critical Skills round, but Critical Skills manages to hold it together. Chetty all over the back of DK, pulls up alongside him into turn 1, has a look around the outside. He should get better traction out there, should get the move done. Finally, the move is done for Chetty on DK. True Copper has actually got past Critical Skills. Skills trying to hold it round the inside, can't do so, and True Copper gets through Critical Skills, and Skills, it's just a nightmare. Last couple of laps for him, he just can't seem to make the progress he wants. True Copper runs massively wide. Jesus Christ, did he just brake suddenly, or was that lag? That was a fucking heart attack. But look how much time DK is losing, already 1.2 seconds behind Chetty, and that's half a lap. I wonder if DK got damage maybe. He does, not from what I can see, he just seems to have absolutely no pace. Critical Skills now gets past True Copper, to cut away from True Copper. I thought he was about to end up in the barrier, but he is okay for now. Alright, can Skills finally get the move done on DK? The move he's been trying to get done for so long, but just hasn't been able to do. Through the penultimate corner, he needs to set this up so he gets a decent enough run on DK without losing any positions. I think he's done a good enough job. Loses the back end a bit on the exit, but here we go. DRS open. DK can have no DRS to defend with. Skills cuts to the inside. Should get the move done. Nice braking. Here goes True Copper meanwhile, trying to get better traction than Skills on the exit. Both can have DRS racing down into turn 2. True Copper going to try hold it round the outside. Brakes very late. Skills doesn't brake as late. And these two are still going side by side. And True Copper gets the move done. Skills just cannot seem to hold on to this P6 for now. True Copper with a great bit of driving. Really brave. Sticks his nose in there. And, you know, he hung it out around the outside. He believed himself. And he got the move to stick. And away he goes into P6. Can he be the man to charge down Chetty, who only got past a lap ago, but is still 3 seconds up the road? And McSmashy is a further 3 seconds up the road. So really, all this delay has cost Critical Skills just a bunch of time. As DK is already 1.5 seconds behind Critical Skills. Sketchy Crib meanwhile still in that DRS window of Kizo. 6.5 tenths. Not getting close enough to maybe attempt to move, but definitely giving Kizo something to think about. Not sure if not Sketchy Crib, sorry. Not sure if Smoking Cheese has been slowly tracking these two down. We'll have to keep an eye on the split times. Critical Skills, 8 tenths behind True Copper. True Copper seems to have some really good race pace around here. Obviously, he is on the mediums compared to Critical Skills, but he's still doing a very good job. Sorbete and Freeman actually going side by side. As Sorbete loses it on the exit, almost collects Freeman on his way, but manages to keep it clean. And Freeman is now up into P9. Behind DK, can he try and get a... Oh, what the fuck just happened? Sorbete, I think, just hit into the back of Freeman. Not sure if Brazil had a part to play in that collision. Freeman's got away with it, and Sorbete, the man who caused the collision, has come out much worse off, and is now down in last place. And DK is out. What the fuck just happened? I don't know what the fuck just happened to DK. He was okay, and then he wasn't okay. He's now in the wall. He's out of the race. We've got 10 runners left. Safety car is out for the third time this race. Sketchy Crib and Kizo both choosing to pit. Sketchy Crib will surely have a set of mediums to go on, and I believe Kizo will as well. Kizo doesn't get held in the pit lane, which is good news for him, obviously. And Sketchy Crib will be boxing for a new set of medium tyres. Who else we got? We got Smoking Cheese coming into the pit lane. Fresh set of mediums, I think that is, for Cheesy Weezy. Chetty speeds into the pit lane meanwhile. Pretty careless under a safety car. I think it's the hards for Cheese actually. McSmashy getting held in the pit lane. But then also, actually no, he's not getting held, sorry. Serving his 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane earlier. Not sure what tyres he went on to, couldn't quite see properly. So there goes True Copper on a set of mediums. McSmashley on a set of mediums. Freeman on a set of mediums. I could just change this to tyre, couldn't I? There we go. So, everyone boxing for mediums. Other than Smoking Cheese, who boxed for a set of used hards, so maybe didn't have a set of mediums left. Has he already run 2 sets of mediums this race? Ah, he has. He already picked 3 times. Bloody hell. Although I think his set of mediums were only like 2 laps old. God, I'm 100% in Paris. I'm not commenting on that. So we're going to have about 14 laps at the end of this Grand Prix. I might need to go get myself a drink. Yeah, I'm going to do that actually. Whilst I'm gone, I'm going to leave you in the capable hands of this guy right here. You can't see him, but he is commentating. Trying to position him so he doesn't fall. There we go. Right, make sure nothing happens whilst I'm gone, guys. Shit. I'm back, guys. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. I was saving up my channel points to find that out. How many channel points do you want? Oh, you're nearly there. Times it by 200 and you're there. I knew it was Pete. I knew it was going to be Pete. I just knew it. Petey Taplin, who, by the sounds of it, has not lost his virginity, guys, so effing chat for that. Unlucky Pete. You'll get him next time, mate. The question is, Pete's deep inside playing Audi A sound alerts. What's wrong with you? You fucking weirdo. Oh, jeez, so hot, man. Hope everyone enjoyed my Brad Lowry line earlier. Can't remember what it was, but it was bloody fantastic. I'll save cards in the slap, by the way, guys. So that's good. That's the first funny thing you've ever said. Skills, pay attention to the race, mate. You actually need to start making some overtakes. Because at the moment, all I'm saying is you getting overtaken. See, look. Look. Are we seeing this weaving? Look at everyone weaving. Right. Away goes Kizo. With the safety car restart. We're going to have 15 laps remaining of this race. Sketchy Crib, 5 tenths behind. Smoking Cheese, a further 8 tenths behind. I would say he's in the hunt for the win, but on these hard tyres, I don't think he's got it in him tonight. Which is unfortunate because this man has loads of pace, but strategy-wise, he can just do some very, very questionable things. McSmashy, very close to the back of True Copper. Oh, the two-touch! The two-touch! McSmashy, I don't know if he did that on purpose, straightens True Copper out again. What the fuck did I just see? I think True Copper needs to be leaving some space into turn 2 there. Just really shut the door. Critical Skills down in P9, by the way. Not sure what he's done on this restart. Down in P10 now. Trying to see if he's got any damage to his vehicle. He does. He's got damage to his front left end plate. This really has not been Critical Skills' race. Sketchy Crib, 8 tenths behind Kizo. Just clinging on to that DRS gap. Chetty, 9 tenths behind Smoking Cheese. But I tell you what, this battle for P6 really is just thrilling to watch. True Copper, Salbete, Freeman, Red Brazil, and at a point, Critical Skills all scrapping away for a monumental 8 points to add to the championship tally. Who will claim it though? As what is really going on? For real, it's just kind of the battle for P6. Here goes Salbete on True Copper. These two, a bit of a. I don't even know how to describe the collision. It actually felt. Actually, no, it wasn't True Copper and Salbete, but McSmashy and True Copper. It actually seemed like one of them straightened the other up. I can't remember which way it was. It was True Copper. Yeah, it felt like True Copper actually. I don't know. I can't remember. But one of them straightened the other one up, and that was one of the most wholesome F1 moments I think I have ever seen. Skills bottle job. Well, I'm not going to comment on that, but it could be a possible skills bottle job. We need to consider driver of the day, and I'll tell you who's not going to be winning it. Critical Skills. I think it may be one of these top two. But True Copper is having a very good race, so could be a dark horse in that category. Freeman all over the back of Salbete. Red Brazil just trying to keep up with this trio and doing a decent job so far. Sketchy Crib falls out of the DRS of Kizo right when it gets activated, but unless he's using much more ERS than Kizo, seems to have the advantage in a straight line, so maybe that's where he's going to gain his time. 7.5 tenths as these two reach the final straight of the lap, so Sketchy Crib just needs to hold on to this 2 tenth gap for the rest of the lap to get DRS, but already he's starting to lose it. Freeman and Red Brazil still scrapping away, by the way. Actually further ahead, Salbete getting a bit of a run on True Copper into turn 4. Can't make the move, probably best that he didn't. Kizo pulls a 1.2 second gap on Sketchy Crib. Is this Kizo's race to lose? He looks like he has some pretty good pace. Now, can he just drive away from Sketchy Crib and never be seen again? Or will we see another safety car? I would not be surprised if we do see another one. Red Brazil still fighting away with Salbete as True Copper looks to break away from this little trio now. He wants to... Oh, okay. Not too sure what True Copper just did there. He was like 8 tenths up the road and suddenly he was 3 tenths. What are these drives doing, man? How was your date, PT Pie? Give PT Pie. Salbete taking a nice wide line through the final corner. Very far back from True Copper though. He's going to take something special to catch him from there, but Red Brazil is actually going to make the move on Sorbet. Has a look down the inside. Sorbet fights it around the outside. Who's going to get better traction? Red Brazil loses it a bit on the exit. And Sorbet will retain P7 for now. Critical Skills, meanwhile, just driving all by himself. Down in P10. Just, yeah, sad sight to see. No one likes to see Critical Skills all by himself. And, yeah, thank God for this battle for P6. Otherwise, I would have absolutely nothing to commentate over. True Copper doesn't look like he quite has the pace to get away from these three. So, at least for now, this fight could last for quite a while longer yet. Another 10 or so laps remain of this Grand Prix. So far, 3 DNFs, Lycon and Brain Core and DK, each producing a safety car each time. And Sorbet really taking a narrow line into that corner. I think he's maybe even got a bit of grass in his tyres. But he does what he does, and he is the GOAT. So around we come to the DRS zone yet again. Will we see any moves this time around? I'll tell you what, all 4 of them only separated by about 1.5 seconds. Red Brazil's got a really nice run out of the final corner. Again, peels to the inside of Sorbet. Maybe have a look on True Copper down the inside. True Copper breaks very late, takes a very wide line. Don't know where he's gone, he broke too late. Got on the curb a bit, lost loads of momentum, and Red Brazil gets 2 places for the price of 1. And he is up into P6 now, leading this little train. McSmashley really did just ditch this train completely. Look at him, in P5, kind of in no man's land. Although I think that kind of sums up this whole race, no man's land for most drivers here. You know, you've got Kizo out in front, not under too much pressure, sketchy crib. Can't get close to Kizo, but not threatened by smoking cheese. And yeah, the top 5 all in their own little race at the moment. So we'll have to see if any of them close up. And we may be heading this way for Red Brazil, Sorbet, True Copper and Frame at this rate, as True Copper's actually managed to get off the pace of Sorbet. His pace was fine, but all of a sudden he had that moment in Sector 2 a couple laps ago, and ever since, the guy just can't drive. He's lost like 2 seconds. Oh, please don't do this, True Copper. I've got nothing to commentate over as it is. You can't... I need this fight, man. Freeman had enough of being behind True Copper. Gets the move done very, very easily. So he's now into P8. Can he hunt down Red Brazil and Sorbet for P6 and P7 respectively? Sorbet can't get close enough to Red Brazil despite the aid of DRS. Can True Copper hold on to the back of Freeman? Critical Skills, meanwhile, has been slowly catching this group, but it's going to take something outstanding if he wants to catch up to P9. The 2 Mercedes having a pretty woeful race. And you can just see True Copper just struggling. He's on 2 lap older tyres, but I don't see how that would just suddenly lead to that big of a drop. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. So the battle for P8 is already done. There's not really much of a battle for P7 until, well, unless Freeman shows up. So right now, all we have to talk about, guys, is a battle for Red Brazil and Sorbet for the illustrious P6, those 8 championship points that everyone is so desperate for. At this rate, guys, we may end up doing some kind of tier list because this race has had moments, but if we lose this battle, then we have absolutely nothing to commentate over. Sorbet has a look down the inside of Red Brazil, breaks nice and late. Red Brazil gets the switchback of dreams though, takes P6 back. Well done to Red Brazil, really great driving, composed there, and gets the move done for P6. Lost it temporarily, but said, no way Jose, I ain't letting you have that one, son. Can't do a tier list with one date. Very true, very true. But here comes Freeman actually. 8 tenths behind Sorbet. So this man is looking to make it into a threesome yet again. Because with 2 people, it's just not fun enough, says Freeman 10222222. The irony being that he has loads of 2s in his name. Sorbet falling off the back of Red Brazil. So maybe it's just going to turn into a battle for P7 now. This race is fucking dreadful. But we're still here, we're still commentating over it. Sketchy Crib still not getting any closer to Kizo. In fact, losing time ever so slightly lap on lap. As it stands, our podium for the race result is going to be Kizo, Sketchy Crib and Smoking Cheese. Chetty up in P4 having a great race. Silbete runs wide on the exit of the final corner and loses so much momentum. Freeman glides past him up into P7, and now can he be the man to lead the charge towards Red Brazil? Pardon me. Did it show you last laps? No, it didn't. That's shit. I wanted to see how much faster Critical Skills was going in comparison to his teammate True Copper. I don't know. Skills focus on driving. I mean, Skills may be able to catch his teammate up, but if he can't, then surely he just pits for a set of softs towards the end and at least takes the fastest lap. Shooting away the A intro there from Shun PT Taplin, whose day must not be going very well at all. Peter, she said she was going to the toilet, mate, and that was half an hour ago. Unless she's gone for the world's biggest shit, she's left you, mate. So, sorry to hear that, if that has happened. Battle for P6 is back on again. Freeman has been charging towards Red Brazil. Can he get a move done down the pit straight? Don't know. We'll have to wait and see. You just look at the rest of the top five, just 4 or 5 seconds away from one another. Truly, just an absolutely terrible race. This is so reminiscent of Imola last year. And Red Brazil goes defensive into turn 1. Freeman had a look around the outside, but not quite close enough. And that was good defending from Red Brazil. Good exit as well. And I think Freeman will have to wait another lap if he wants to try and get a move done on Red Brazil. Red Brazil really did just position his car very nicely there. I thought he maybe went a bit too early. But Freeman chose to not try to take the slipstream, and in turn that probably is the reason why Red Brazil managed to hold on to position for another lap longer. Silbete no longer in the fight for P6, and True Copper has just completely forgotten how to drive, by the way. At this rate, Critical Skills will actually get him because he is gaining by a couple seconds every single lap. What kind of tyre wear are we looking at? Yeah, but not. I mean, True Copper's tyres are going to be struggling a lot come the end of the race. 17 laps on a set of mediums is not recommended around this track. But I don't think it's going to matter either way. The guy's not really going to do anything. So, Freeman going to have another bite of the cherry with Red Brazil for P6. Can he possibly get past this time around? Red Brazil starting to flash. So he's struggling with his ERS usage. Freeman gets a really good run. Have a look around the outside. Red Brazil breaks much later on the inside meanwhile. But that could give Freeman a better exit. I think it will. Freeman chops to the inside. Red Brazil still going to try and fight him around the outside. Oh no. Oh, you don't like to see that. Oh my god. Red Brazil clipped Freeman. Caused him to half spin. Which in turn kind of put him in the wall. Front wing chipped, and Freeman's hopes for P6 look to be over. I think Red Brazil's got to give him more racing room there, and that could be a 5-second time penalty coming Red Brazil's way. And to be honest, that's given me absolutely nothing left to commentate on. But at least that might give a position to Critical Skills if Freeman does decide to pit, because he is going to be struggling a lot. Okay, I'll still take home and keep his car on the track at this stage. Smoking Cheese has pit for soft tyres. It's going to cost him a couple of positions, so Chetty could be on for a cheeky little podium if Cheese cannot catch back up to him again. Will Red Brazil even go past Smoking Cheese here? I think he just about will. Temporarily, but I think Cheese is going to get him straight back again. Yeah, on the exit of turn 1, away he goes. Freeman into the pit lane. Probably going to box for a set of a set of softs to take him to the end of the race for the last 4 laps. Critical Skills goes past for P9. Still 10 seconds behind True Copper. Just can't quite seem to catch up in time. maybe his tyres are starting to go off slowly. He needs about 2-3 seconds a lap if he wants to catch True Copper in time for the flag. But as it stands, Critical Skills will be taking home 2 points for the Mercedes team and True Copper 4 points. So a huge haul for the Mercedes boys. Smoking Cheese. He has got to catch about 9 seconds to Chetty if he wants to get back on the podium. Although Chetty does have a time penalty of 8 seconds. Okay, right, so really, he's on the podium already, realistically, isn't he? He's got to catch a couple temps to McSmashley, which he's done, and he's within 8 seconds of Chetty. So yeah, basically, there's nothing left with this race. The race is done. Although I've just realised that True Copper has a 6-second time penalty. So Skills just needs a few more seconds and he will be ahead of him. He's going to need quite a bit more time if he wants to get past Salt Bay Tate and his 3 seconds of time penalties. Smoking Cheese is the man we will probably watch until the flag now, but realistically, does it matter? We know where he's going to finish. It's P3 in the bag. I guess it might be exciting to see if he can catch and pass Chetty for P3 on track, as he's actually going to get the move done on McSmashley in a very unusual place. McSmashley choosing not to fight it too hard, and I think there probably would have been fists thrown had Cheese ended up in a wall as a result of McSmashley doing his usual. Critical Skills 8 seconds behind True Copper. Smoking Cheese 3.5 behind Chetty. I expect a new fastest lap of the race to be posted by Smoking Cheese, so at least he will be taking a bonus point home with him tonight. Yes, there we go, 17.630. Nice little lap from him, as he is only 3.3 seconds behind Chetty. A further 18 seconds adrift of Sketchy Crib. Kizo, who has controlled this race really well, 7.2 seconds is the gap. He's just had an extra few attempts on Sketchy Crib every single lap, just consistent driving, and I think the right man won here today. He had just really great pace in qualifying, 2.5 temp gap, 2 seconds. Yeah, he's just controlled the race, not led every lap, but he's always looked the fastest man. So possible driver of the day contender right there, but we'll have to wait and see what I decide in about 4 minutes time. And no, we're not getting like Bum in podium chat, because that kid will just do something stupid. Yeah, hopefully these next couple of minutes go very fast, because this has been the most boring race since Imola last year, and yeah, that Imola race really did suck. Smoking Cheese gets past Chetty for P3 on track, so well done Smoking Cheese, podium confirmed. Hooray. Critical Skills needs 9 tenths to get True Copper after penalties applied. This is your chance now, Skillsy, to push like an absolute madman. Have you got it in you? 5 tenths now in about 2 laps as you cross the line. Oh, he's going to do it easily, 6.3 already, but I don't think he's going to be close enough to Salt Bay Tate, unless Salt Bay Tate maybe picks up another 3 second time penalty. Freeman still just chilling in 10th place with his soft tyres. Kizo chilling on mediums, just dominating, taking it easy as you like, no need to push. He has this race win wrapped up in a bag, and he is currently penultimate lap, ready to begin his final lap of the race. And thank God, so I don't have to keep watching this. There he is, lap 35 of 35. Kizo looking to bring it home for the Ferrari boys, take home a huge 25 points for the constructors, and for his own sake really. Sketchy Crib 8 seconds behind, starting his final lap of the race. Smoking Cheese, who is gaining a couple of seconds each lap on Sketchy Crib, but let's be honest, nowhere near enough time. A cheeky 4-stop from Smoking Cheese today. Always pulls out the very interesting strategies. I'll tell you what, McSmashley and Chetty actually can be quite close for P4 here. McSmashley needs to stay within that 5 second window of Chetty. So these two actually be pushing quite hard to try seal P4. So far, McSmashley is in the adequate window by about 2.5 attempts. Loses a bit of time through sector 1. So it could come down to the final corner. 4 attempts, 5 attempts. Oh, I think McSmashley does it, but we'll keep an eye on that. Critical skills has done enough to get in the 6-second window. Oh my god! Jesus Christ. Almost jinked him. Oh, Kizo's crossed the line, by the way. He's won the race. Well done, Kizo. Great race win. Sorry, I got distracted by skills there for a second. Does he have damage to his wing? He's falling out the 6-second window. He's damaged his wing again, for fuck's sake. Oh, mate, I don't... No, this is a bowl. I don't care. McSmashley is actually going to get P4, by the way. Sits in that 5-second window of Chetty. Does very well. Takes home P4. Sketchy Crib, P2. Smoking Cheese, P3. Chetty, P4 on the track, but will finish P5. McSmashley, P4. Red Brazil, good drive from him. Up in P6. Salt Bay Tay, P7. True Copper, one to forget for him. P8. Critical Skills. Yeah. As what Jamie B said, just shit. Really poor from Skills. Not too sure what he's doing now. Okay. Yeah, that is that's disappointing. Apparently he finished 8th. He finished 8th? I thought he finished 9th. I'm so... Am I bugging? I might be bugging. Let me see the final standings. Loading. Oh god, get that Scottish flag off. How did True Copper finish 10th? What? Was I watching the same race? I was so... I know he had penalties, but he was... But True Copper was well up the road. Guys, I don't know anymore. I don't know. Maybe commentary's not for me because I don't have a clue what's going on half the time. Oh god, I'm absolutely baking, guys. So well done to our race winner, Kizo. Really composed drive from him. Almost held on to his fastest lap, by the way. But Smoky Cheese just about nicking that point. Sketchy Crib in P2, Smoky Cheese P3, McSmashley P4, Chetty in 5th, Red Brazil in 6th, Sorbet 7th, Critical Skills in 8th, Frame in 9th, and True Copper 10th. Not too sure exactly how that ended, to be honest, but it did apparently. And yeah, driver of the day for me, it's got to be Kizo. Just really superb. Just a superb drive from him. It was a pretty terrible race, but I guess what is the phrase I'm looking for? The silver lining was the midfield battle that we had going on throughout that race. It's a shame that had to. None of them lovely. It's a shame it had to come to an end. And yeah, obviously we do normally do a podium interview, but I'm not doing a podium interview for that race. That was. Yeah, I can't think of any questions that I would want to ask about that race. I'm so glad it's done. That was truly the worst race for a long time. But thanks for joining us, guys, because it was fun to an extent. What have we got next week? Next week we're in Austria. Could be loads of overtaking. And I think there's going to be loads of crashes. Might have to stick in at least 10 tickets. We will have to see what Maisie comes out with. Shout out Maisie, by the way. If you want to follow her on Instagram, is MAISIIEEE. So Maisie, but with 3 I's and 4 E's. But that's all from me tonight, guys. There's still... that's all from me tonight, guys. I hope everyone had a swell evening, and yeah, hopefully Pete lost his virginity. I don't think he did, but when you go to bed at night, just think about Pete and think, what is Pete's cum face like? Good night, guys. Have a good one.